All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about the Las Vegas Raiders in today's video because I'm just loving what I'm seeing. We have the tampering period for free agency beginning tomorrow, and apparently the Raiders are ready to make a flurry of moves starting tomorrow at 9 a.m. But first things first, I know we've talked endlessly about the Geno Smith trade. I seriously, as the days go by, I love this trade so unbelievably much. I think Geno Smith is perfect for the Las Vegas Raiders, and I think a lot of Raiders fans agreed with me in the comments from yesterday or 2 days ago's video saying, I think Will Howard is Chip Kelly's guy. I think that's the guy. So I think they're going to have a rookie QB and Geno Smith. And for people freaking out about the salary and the money, that's just the era we're in today. So many quarterbacks getting paid. Like, look at Derek Carr's salary too, just for an example. But the point is, the Las Vegas Raiders have not made the playoffs in way too long. And with John Spytek, the new GM, with Pete Carroll as the brand new head coach, and now Geno Smith as the starting quarterback, we've already seen so much change. And it's been major, drastic change. And I absolutely love this new direction that Tom Brady and the whole Las Vegas Raiders organization is currently embarking on. And like I said, I just saw this tweet, the Raiders are bracing for a flurry of activity when the NFL's 2-day tampering period begins tomorrow morning. And, we've got people speculating Keenan Allen, Tyler Lockett, even Chris Godwin, Byron Murphy, some guards. And the draft is still like 6 weeks away, and the Raiders have the 6th pick overall, man. I absolutely love it, and I hope you guys, as we broke down the film a couple of days ago, go check that out. But I hope you guys really, the naysayers, there's not too many of them, just make the playoffs, rebuild the winning culture over in Las Vegas. That's all that I care about right now. But folks, before we get any further, hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL Raiders content. Try and get this video to 100 likes, folks. That would mean the absolute world to me. So we've already seen John Spytek and this team make a bunch of moves. 2 teams, and it's been obvious, like Geno Smith just got traded. Chris Godwin rumor, Tyler Lockett rumor. I think that's just going to be, and this is what happens when a new coach comes in all the time. They bring in so many of their former players, and guys, I'm seriously so excited. So I was reading an article over on The Athletic from, I think it was Vic Tafer, maybe it was Tashawn Reed, and they were going, they're the beat writers for the Raiders, and they were going through what they've been hearing for tomorrow. And obviously, we're hopefully going to have a ton of Raiders videos here this upcoming week as free agency officially begins. But one thing I'm really liking that I'm hearing are all the cornerback rumors. So I got this snippet here. At cornerback, Byron Murphy is at the top of the Raiders list according to league sources. And guys, I love this because he's coming off a really good season. Obviously, they still have Jacorian Bennett, who's an absolute dog. I think he's going to be, he just keeps getting better and better. He's still extremely young. But going out there and, another big player like DJ Reed, the New York Jets cornerback, has been linked to the Raiders or just any other team that's looking for a cornerback, one of the best cornerbacks out there in the market. But Byron Murphy's coming off probably the best season of his NFL career, 81 total tackles, 6 interceptions, 14 pass deflections. He's been in the league for 7 years, and he's only 27 years old. So he would give the Raiders a legit number 1 cornerback option and 2 other veterans to keep an eye on because Carlton Davis is still not re-signed with the Detroit Lions. I wouldn't be surprised there with the Tampa Bay connection. John Spytek, Tom Brady, Carlton Davis pretty much spent his whole career up until last year when he got traded to Detroit in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers organization. And another thing like Alex Kappa got signed a 2-year, $11 million contract, and a lot of Raiders fans really hating on it. I don't know, man. I know Alex Kappa didn't have the best season, but the reason I'm mentioning this is apparently the Raiders are still going to explore adding talent at guard according to league sources. And so, some of the free agents out there would be like Will Fries, but I think that's a little bit too much money for the Las Vegas Raiders. I would be looking more at guys like Kevin Zeitler from the Lions and Tevin Jenkins with the Chicago Bears as, just more talent to put at the guard position. But the whole Alex Kappa thing is, I know his film was absolutely horrid. He was like the worst. It's like one of the worst, if not the worst guard in the entire National Football League last season. And one thing I do just want to say, not saying he's going to be a day 1 starter or a bad depth piece or anything like that, but I'm excited. Coaching matters a lot. And I don't mean this to be rude to the Cincinnati Bengals, but they have not been the best coached team for the last couple of seasons. And I just think there's a lot of it's just not an organized offensive organization. It's not the best organized organization out there. That sounds so weird to say, but you guys know what I'm saying. Like, just be a little bit hopeful for Alex Kappa and see what because the Raiders obviously traded for him, so they see something there. And then finally, the offense, two big outside of the guard position, I should say, playmaking, skill positions. The number one thing the Raiders need right now is a running back. And I think that we're going to learn a lot about what the Raiders plan to do at pick number 6. If they're going to take a guy like Ashton Genty, if they're going to trade back, they could take, they're not going to take a quarterback anymore, but they could still trade back at pick number 6, or they could take a guy like Will Johnson. They could take a Genty. Free agency is going to tell us a lot about what their draft plan is, at least in the first round, in my opinion, because Alexander Mattison and Amir Abdullah are set to hit free agency. And the Raiders, according to league sources, have already opened a trade discussion centered around Zamir White, who had just a horrid season. And this year's draft class is absolutely loaded. So, like, Aaron Jones just got re-signed from the Vikings. The next best running back in the league would probably be Najee Harris. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you wake up tomorrow or on Wednesday or whatever, and the Raiders just sign Najee Harris, well, they're probably not taking Genty at pick number 6. The draft is loaded. All right. Running back, huge deep position. The Athletic's Dane Brugler did an article, and he included 8 running backs in his latest rankings of the top 100 prospects. So maybe they don't take Genty at 6 and they go for a different positional need. But second round, third round, like, my point just is to just summarize this, because I know I'm rambling, I'm yapping. If the Raiders sign Najee Harris, don't expect the running back at 6. But they're still 100% going to go out there and sign some type of veteran running back. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be like a Jamal Williams, but maybe it's going to be an A.J. Dillon. Maybe it's going to be a Jamal Williams, something like that. You will see a running back signed this upcoming week from the Las Vegas Raiders, in my opinion. And that's going to tell us a lot about, could Genty actually fall or go to 6 with the Raiders selection. Folks, that's it for me, because we have free agency, the tampering period beginning tomorrow. So I don't want to ramble on, because we're about to get a lot of our questions answered tomorrow and then in the next couple of days. So that's it for me. Hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL and Raiders content. But guys, give me your thoughts. Any of those players pop out to you? Let me know down below, or any of your personal. Let's go out there and get them, guys. Have a great rest of your weekend. We will see you tomorrow, hopefully with a bunch of Raiders content of signings. That's it for me. Peace.